Follow me, my ex. Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to Throwback Thursday. Shartimus Prime here doing another Marvel Legends figure review on not a Marvel Legend, but the Amazing Spider-Man Classics Toxin figure, or the Spider-Man Classics Toxin. Anyway, it's the figure that came in this packaging right here. Just from the later ToyBiz Spider-Man Classics waves, it also included the Venom figure, and it also had a Hobgoblin figure, both of which are very, very awesome figures. But this guy right here, I gotta give a big thanks to Mr. Moose, or I'm just gonna call him Moose. Thanks so much for sending this out to me. If you guys saw my P.O. Box pickups videos, he sent this and I was very, very surprised to have it. I once owned this figure and then sold it in a lot because I needed the money, and then to later find out that this guy was really, really hard to get a hold of, and I actually didn't really want to get rid of it that bad, but I really needed the money at that particular time in my life, which you should do. You know, if you have really important things you got to pay for, you got to sell your figures, but it hurts sometimes, like how it did with this. So yes, thank you again, Moose, so much for bringing this figure back into my life. And I was especially sad because I didn't have this figure to compare to the new Toxin figure. By the way, if you're trying to get that figure and you can't find it at retail, you can find the new Toxin at Big Bad Toy Store.
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
Like how I snuck that promo in there? Huh? That was a good one, wasn't it? So this figure is actually supposed to come with some accessories, which I do not have, and nor am I sad that I don't have them. I used to have it, and they're the same accessories that came with this Venom figure right here, which is from the same wave of figures from the Amazing Spider-Man Classics. That's what I'm calling them anyway, which is basically like this wrist Venom firing guard thing. You can see right here in the picture where we have Toxin in the packaging. It's not very cool. It's just, you know, it has a Venom face and it just shoots out a missile, and it's not really a big deal. And it comes with 2 of those missiles. So those are the only accessories it has. And as I just mentioned, I'm not sad that I don't have them. But the sculpted detail on this figure looks great. Let's take a closer look. Look at that head sculpt. Reminds me of the face I make when I see the lovely Charlita 1 first come out of the shower, right? Oh, look at that. I'm a cochino. But no, for real, this is a really, really cool looking head sculpt. I like it a lot. Now, if you're wondering why it looks different from the Toxin figure that we just recently got for the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie waves from Hasbro, it's because this is a different host. Now, the original Toxin host was actually a cop, Patrick Mulligan. I remember reading that back in the day. It wasn't that long ago. I think 2006, something like that. But this one right here is actually hosted by Eddie Brock, previously known as Venom, or Anti-Venom anyway. So that's why we have these 2 different looks. And of course, both of these guys being the grandchildren of Venom or the son of Carnage. So that's why they have this red and black look going on, and you see this nice symbiote goop coming around the eyes and everything. Looks very reminiscent to how Venom and Carnage look, so it's pretty cool. I really like seeing this. The whole thing has this really nice sculpted detail on it. Just the symbiote goop throughout the whole thing is awesome. There's no real paint shading. I'd have to say the downside of the figure is the paint applications. You can see like the red looks kind of different between these ball jointed shoulders and his chest, and then again on the arm over here it looks just a little different because you have this red painted over the black. But going back to the sculpting, I mean, look at these huge hands. These are awesome, and I really like these lines sculpted in there. These textured lines look great. And then we have some more of the symbiote red coming over the black. Even the parts that aren't painted red, you can see the symbiote lines right there. And look at this, we get some beautiful Toxin toes. Mulligan Toxin toes, not too bad. Unfortunately, there are no peg holes at the bottom of his feet though. That kind of sucks. And then here's a look at the back of the figure. Again, nice sculpted lines and symbiote goop lines all over the place. Sculpted very, very well. I like how this figure looks. Not too bad at all. Again, with the red creeping down there. Looks nice, and these huge hands. And you don't really see fingernails like this on the newer figures anymore. I think that's really cool how they did this back in the day. That just looks creepy. It's just an eerie element to it. So for a ToyBiz Marvel Legend-like figure, I feel like this figure is a little disappointing in the articulation. The head does not really move up, just barely that much, and it can look down just a little bit, just due to this big jaw over here. He can't move down that much. He can't rotate his head side to side though. He does have ball jointed shoulders that move outward that much, and he can't really push them down all the way, which is a little irritating, and you can rotate them forward so you get that movement as well. He has a bicep swivel over here, single jointed elbow, and he does not have any wrist or forearm rotation. He does have wrists that move down and up, and he does have full-on finger clamping action. All 4 fingers move together. I have to mention also that I do like that they pose the left and right hand differently from each other. That's cool. They're just slightly different. God, I love those big hands. Anyway, he has this ab crunch that moves forward and back pretty well. Doesn't crunch all the way down, but enough. You know what I mean? You get some movement right there. He has a waist swivel. He has these T-jointed hips that move outward and move them forward, so you don't have to twist anything around to get them to kick forward. I think that's pretty neat. He has an upper thigh swivel over here, double jointed knees, no calf rotation. He has ankles that move down, up, toe articulation, and no ankle pivot on this side, but he does have ankle pivot on this side right over here. This is a very, very strange thing where the ankle kind of cuts short on this one, but on this one you can see it's just a little bit longer. So on his right leg, we get some decent ankle pivot. See that ankle pivot in there? That's some good ankle pivot. This one, no, ankle pivot. So this older Toxin figure stands just over 6 inches tall, and he's much shorter than the latest Hasbro Toxin figures. So I guess it's just Eddie Brock being much bigger than Patrick Mulligan, which makes sense. I guess that kind of works, even though I remember this Toxin being pretty large back in the day anyway. I really think this Toxin figure should be a little bit taller, and man, I love this Venom figure, my favorite Venom figure, and just recently discovered that it was sculpted by my favorite Marvel Legends sculptor, Dave Cortez. And here he is also compared to the new Hasbro Carnage figure over here, so here's all 3 of them together. And then here he is next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man, technically his great-grandfather, am I right about that? But look how much shorter this Toxin figure is than to the Big Time Letdown over here. I mean, even if I spread the legs a little bit to make it match BTLD, yeah, oh god, I just think he's just way too short. Even though this figure is a bit too short in my opinion, and I feel like the articulation could have been a little bit better, I still really like it. I really like the sculpting of this figure. Now this guy goes for a lot on eBay. God only knows why. Why does he cost so much on eBay? I don't get it. Maybe this character appears in a video game or something that I don't know about. I don't really play video games and stuff. Really do appreciate it, Moose. Thank you so much. So anyway, check out marvelousnews.com for a full gallery of images from this review. Also, please hit the like button if you liked the video. Leave a comment and don't forget to subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Batas.
Crispy.
We're a happy family. We're a happy family. Daddy likes